So now we're going to open up the next shortcut. We're back to that last bonfire that I was at.
Oh, is this your new armor?
Sunbro. Yep, that's the new armor. I'm not using the shield, though. Which, in retrospect, maybe I should have been using, kind of traded off some of this armor for the shield instead. Because the shield actually has incredibly good resistances. I don't know. If I had read into how defense stats work a little bit, maybe I would have made that trade-off, but I just kind of like how this looks better. Anyway, so the reason I'm not using his shield is because I like to keep my total equipment burden under 50% of the total possible. Just because you walk faster, you roll faster, you recover from attacks faster. I just got eaten by that asshole. And even with that badass armor on, he takes away like half my health. Like you can attack faster when you have so there's I've talked about this before, but there's like 4 stages of equipment burden. And let's say you have 100 total equipment burden. If you are below, if you're between 1 and 25 equipment burden of a possible 100, you're as fast as you can possibly be, which I think might be faster than you really need to be. Between 25 and 50 is where I like to chill. 50 and 75 is another level, and in between 75 and 100 is the absolute slowest, which is just too slow for me. On my New Game Plus, when I played through the first couple bosses, I was between the 50 and 75 area just because I needed the absolute most defense that I could possibly get. But on this, I found that just being a little bit speedier fit my needs a little bit better. Yeah. So my first time through this area on my trial account, I was in human form, and I got invaded by some asshole who knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
There is a spell you can get that makes you turn. It's called Chameleon. And it makes you turn into an item that's in this environment. And in this area, you turn into one of those large clay pots. And in in some of the other areas of the world, you would turn into like a large, like a giant tree or something like that, or like a bookcase or something completely inconspicuous. And he totally fucked my shit up. Like I walked right past him, and then he just stabbed me in the back.
How did you know he was a pot?
Because I was streaming it, and someone told me. And eventually, I found out where to get that spell, so I could try it myself. And it's a fucking sweet
like that
spell.
Pot right there.
Like that pot would be a person. Like when you get invaded, like it says you're being invaded by so and so. But he was a super fast dude, like the absolute lowest equipment burden, and was using crazy spells like that to just blend in with the environment. And he absolutely destroyed me. It pissed me off so bad. It was miserable. Yeah, so that's the door that you're going to be opening right there eventually. Yeah, so there's so many crazy things in this game. Like there's something that that it kind of glitches out sometimes, and that was the reason I didn't find it earlier, like where to buy that chameleon spell. Like that the first time that I fought that 7-headed dragon, there's like a secret. It's not even that secret of a cave. Like I found the cave my first time through, but like I had to kind of reload the area basically to get a mini boss to show up. And when you kill the mini boss, a princess appears and says, "You saved me from this mini boss." And then you can summon the princess and buy spells from her. And the chameleon spell you buy from that mini boss or that
obviously.
Princess. Right, obviously. I mean, like, didn't you figure it out from the instruction book that came with this game? Oh, wait. What fucking instruction book? That doesn't explain anything.
The one that has just as many pages for notes as it does for instructions.
You know, I'm all for difficult games like this But this game would be so much more appealing to so many more people if they just explained some super basic things about this game. And just as a business, I don't know why you wouldn't do that. You're not taking anything away from people
by teaching them.
By teaching them just a few things.
Yeah.
You're stepping on my headphone cable. Like, just explaining, like having a basic tutorial about how encumbrance works, or how stamina works, or how humanity works, or how dying and recovering your bloodstain works. Like, those are really basic things that happen a lot through the game, and you're just like so overwhelmed by so many things at the start of the game.
And they left it up to you.
And they leave it up to me to look online. It's not like I figured them out on my own anyway. I went online. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I wish that they would explain that in game so that more people would enjoy this game and that more people would buy it and maybe get reviewed better. And then maybe there'd be a sequel to it.
Yeah.
But there's not. And that's what bothers me about it. It's not that like giving you a tutorial for those things doesn't make killing any of those bosses easier.
Yeah.
It just makes
you understand what's happening.
Right, you understand what the fuck is going on, which is not the same as like
difficulty.
Yeah, that's just
like tricking you is one thing.
Right, like having a treasure chest be a person? That's just fucking with you. Like, you learn that quickly. Like, okay, I need to check every treasure chest from now on to make sure it's not going to eat me. But, you know, just these basic things at the start of the game, like, okay, there's a difference between introducing new things halfway through the game when you've already weeded out all the pussies and, like, teaching you the basic concepts so that people who aren't as resilient and masochistic as me might stick with it a little bit longer. Yeah.